Hey folks, I'm Walter. You know, when you book a cruise, you have certain expectations, not the least of which is the food. I mean, the food looks so beautiful on the website, and oh man, we're gonna have great food, we're gonna be wined and dined for the entire trip, but reality is, so I've been cruising since 2006. I've been on 8 different cruise lines now, and I've learned to temper my expectations based on the cruise line I'm going on and also the type of restaurant that we're going to be experiencing on the ship. It's honestly the same as restaurant expectations on land. You know, if you go to a TGI Fridays or a pizza joint, you're not expecting 5-star service. You're expecting a decent meal, but if you go someplace that's $150 a person, well, that better be some of the best food you've ever eaten in your life, or you're gonna be pissed, right? It's the same thing on a cruise ship. You know, you have to temper your expectations based on, say, the cruise line and the type of restaurant you're about to visit. So as a fellow foodie, y'all know I like food, man, you've seen my food reviews. Here's some realistic expectations of what you should expect on the various cruise ships and the cruise line. And at the end of this, I'm gonna tell you some of our favorite meals so far. Let's start with 2 staples of just about every cruise ship out there. That's the main dining room and the buffet. And we'll start with that main dining room. You should not expect 5-star dining in a main dining room. Even in some of the best dining rooms, you're not gonna get 5-star. You might get 4-star. Generally, 3-star dining is about where you're going to end up. I would set your expectations somewhere in like a TGI Fridays, Olive Garden, maybe just a little bit above that, but that's where your expectations should lie. Main dining room is a big place. They are preparing thousands of meals every single night, so it is a bit of an assembly line back in the kitchen. In fact, a lot of things are pre-made before you even get there. So you may not get the freshest quality, you may not get the best thing. Now, one of the best things about a main dining room is that it is included in your cruise fare, and you can eat as much as you want. It's a fantastic opportunity to try something that maybe you've never had before. You've been scared to order it at a restaurant because if I don't like it, well, I paid for it. Not in the main dining room. And in fact, if you see 2, 3, 4 entrees on there that you'd like to order, you can order all 4 of them if you want. You can even ask the waiter, can they bring you an appetizer size of these, you know, various entrees, and most often they will. So, you know, you get little samplers of the various entrees. So that is the really cool thing. It may not be the best food that you've ever had, but you can certainly try a wide variety of foods that maybe you've been nervous about trying in other restaurants because you now have the opportunity to do it. And if you get served something in the main dining room that you do not like, either it's not as fresh as you want it to be, or you take a bite of it and you don't like it, tell the server, they will bring you something else, anything else that you want. Do not be afraid, do not be nervous. You've already paid for that food, so you deserve to eat something that you like. Now, one tip to get something maybe a little bit more fresh, a little bit more flavorful in the main dining room is to order the vegetarian entree. Unlike all those mass-produced meals, they are generally made to order, so you're going to get something freshly prepared just for you. Another way to get a better meal in the main dining room is to pay for it. You know, most menus these days have these extra items. They're bigger steaks, they might be lobster, some other things could be anywhere from $10 to $70 or more extra charge, but that will be made fresh for you. They are not gonna make those items in advance because they're an extra charge. In our cruises so far, the 3 best main dining rooms have been Disney, Celebrity, and Princess. Now again, not 5-star by any means, maybe brushing up against 4-star from time to time. We know that when we go to those main dining rooms, we're going to have a good meal. Not gonna have the best meal, but we should have a good meal. And if they bring us something that we don't like, they should be able to replace it with something that we do. Now, Disney does have rotational dining, but they're still technically main dining rooms because everybody comes together. Now let's set your expectation for the buffet. I would go into a buffet with the mindset of this is fast food meets salad bar. So if you get in your mind that I'm going to McDonald's, I'm going to Wendy's, or I'm going to my local salad bar, you should not be disappointed when you go into the buffet, and you'll be really excited when you find something like, oh my God, this is like really, really good. So first of all, you've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and not all of those are made equal. Sometimes, you know, cruise line does a really good job with breakfast, or they do a really good job with dinner, but they don't do so well with the other 2. And like the main dining room, the buffet is an excellent place to at least try things that maybe you've never had before. Because there will be, depending on the ship, there may be some Indian food, some Korean food, Scottish food, Irish food. There can be food from all over the world that maybe you've never experienced or you've been nervous to try. Well, it's included in your price, so go ahead and try it. Now, the best way for you to evaluate any buffet is to simply take a tour. Don't walk in, grab a plate, and just start grabbing things. Take a tour. Some cruise ships, they will have, varying stations depending on where in the buffet you are. Some of them have a lot of food in the center, but then other food on the outside. And if you don't take a tour, you don't see everything. So first thing, take a tour, see what everything is. And the other thing the tour does, it allows you to see what looks really fresh and what looks like it's been out there for a while. Because my understanding is the food can sit out on a cruise ship buffet from 2 to 4 hours before it gets rotated out. And if you're looking at it, you can go, yeah, I think that's been here a while. I think I'll skip that for today. But this stuff over here looks really, really interesting. So always take a tour, see what's there, and know that every single day there should be some changes in the buffet. Breakfast, not so much. But lunch, you will often see a few changes, and certainly at dinner. A lot of times at dinner, there are themes on the cruise ship. There might be a Mexican night or a Chinese night or Irish night where they will do like a whole section with dishes from that nationality. Now, we do enjoy the buffet. I mean, it's easy, it's convenient, right? You can just go grab a plate of whatever you want. You can either sit in the buffet or take it to the pool, take it back to your room, take your food anywhere you want. So the convenience is fantastic. So don't be disappointed if there's a bunch of things that you don't like. That's just the way it is on every single buffet. Go concentrate on the dishes that you do like and definitely try exploring. In our cruises so far, once again, some of the best buffets we've seen: Disney, Celebrity, Princess, and Royal Caribbean usually has a really good buffet as well. I'll also mention the Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. That has the galley, which is a food hall. It's not a serve yourself buffet. There, most of the food is made to order, so it is fresher, it is more flavorful than most of that food that's been sitting out in the buffets of all the cruise lines that we've had. And the new Norwegian Prima takes that to an even higher level with the Indulge food hall, which looks absolutely amazing. Now, when it comes to specialty dining or a la carte dining, well, now your expectations should go up because now you're paying for it. It's not the food that's included. When the food's included, you can let things slide because, well, I didn't pay extra for it. But once you start paying, I don't care if it's $5 or $300 per person, you're now paying for the food. Now, your level of expectations should be adjusted based on how much you're paying. So like if you're paying $5 or $10, you shouldn't expect anything spectacular, but it should be prepared fresh just for you. So it should be more fresh and more flavorful than, say, the same dish in the main dining room. But once you cross $100 per person, you should be expecting a 4-star meal. Because in my opinion, once you cross $100 per person, you are now expecting top tier ingredients, you're expecting top tier presentation, and you're expecting top tier service. If you don't get those 3 things once you cross $100 per person, you should honestly be disappointed because you're not getting what you paid for. I think for us, we've gone up to $150 per person, somewhere in there. And anytime we cross over 100, I better get the best steaks, I better get the best shrimp, I better get the best lobster, because if I don't, I'm telling somebody. I mean, we are not shy, and you should not be shy. Once you start paying money, if you get something that disappoints you, do not be shy about asking for the restaurant manager to come over. Now, number one, I'm polite. Look, it's not their fault. Whatever happened with the dish is not their fault. I'll give you a great example. I had a bowl of ramen at the Bonsai Sushi on the Carnival Mardi Gras. I think it's only like $15, maybe $17. It was completely inedible. So I just asked the manager to come over and I said, I can't eat this, and she just took it off my bill. No problem, easy peasy. And the types of specialty dining has really exploded over the past, say, 8 years. When we first got on cruise ships, there was a steakhouse, Italian, maybe Asian, maybe French, and that was pretty much it. Now, it's literally everything under the sun. But the marquee restaurant on almost every ship is going to be the steakhouse and the seafood. Sometimes they're the same restaurant, sometimes they're 2 different ones. You should be expecting absolute top meals when you go to one of those restaurants on a cruise ship because they put the most effort into those. Behind that is going to be the French restaurant. French restaurants are usually pretty high-end on the cruise ships as well. Then comes the Italian restaurant. Almost every cruise ship has an Italian restaurant. Now that one can really vary widely from, say, an Olive Garden all the way up to, say, like a 5-star Italian. And then beyond that, the sky's the limit. You've got noodle places, you've got tapas, you've got Greek, you've got this, you've got that. You literally have everything under the sun. With the cruises that we've taken, some of the best and most consistent specialty dining has been Disney, Celebrity, Princess, and Norwegian. Norwegian actually has outstanding specialty dining. And I'll mention Virgin Voyages again because all of their restaurants are included, so they technically don't have specialty dining, but you're going to a specialty dining quality restaurant every single night, but it's included in your fare. Now from a purely food perspective, here's how I would rank the cruise lines, okay? And this is not just at the top, this is the best meal that I've ever had. No, at the top is consistently good food. You know, whether I go to a buffet, I go to a main dining room, I go to a specialty restaurant, the food is really, really good. And as I get down to the bottom, the food is okay on the ship. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. There may be an outstanding experience on the ship, but overall, you know, it's just run-of-the-mill food. So ranking the cruise lines that we have sailed, at the very top, I have to put Virgin Voyages. I mean, it's a completely different dining experience than all of the other cruise lines. First of all of the food is included, so you don't have to pay anything extra to go to a specialty dining. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, the food was just consistently outstanding all the way through. So that is the best food experience that we've had so far. And right below that will be Disney Cruise Line, consistently good across all the meals and across all of the venues. And Celebrity Cruise Line, same thing, consistently good breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all of the venues. Princess will be next, good dining room, really good specialty dining. Norwegian is next, but they do have an asterisk next to them because if we were just going by the main dining room, they'd probably be near the bottom of the list because the main dining room is honestly not that good. But their specialty dining is absolutely fantastic and varied. So lots of unique options to try in their specialty dining. Then the last three would be Holland America Line, Royal Caribbean, and Carnival. Now this list should have no bearing on you booking your next cruise. I mean, we have sailed on these cruise lines. We continue to sail on these cruise lines because we really, really do enjoy the cruise line. But from a food, just a pure foodie perspective, the ones at the top will give you consistently a higher quality food experience, and the ones at the bottom will give you a good food experience. Which leads me to the part I know you've been waiting for, which is our top meals at sea. I'm going to give you 7 of them, starting with Sabatini's on Princess Cruises. You better go there hungry. You are going to be stuffed. It is Italian food, it is seafood, it is really, really good, and I know they've stepped up the game even more since the last time I've been there. Number 6 is actually a tie. We've got Azumi on Royal Caribbean and we got Teppanyaki on Norwegian Cruise Line. Both awesome hibachi joints, a lot of fun. I really can't pick between the two because they're both really good food and really entertaining chefs. Number 5, Cagney's Steakhouse on Norwegian Cruise Line. Now, I'll be honest, I am not a big steak guy. I'm not like big going to the steakhouses. I prefer a really good hamburger to a steak. But I had an outstanding steak and Rebecca had an amazing seafood dish, Cagney's Steakhouse, Norwegian. And number 4 will hurt you if you're not careful, Food Republic on Norwegian Cruise Line. It's only on a couple of ships. We got to it on the Norwegian Escape. It's kind of like a fusion Asian tapas place. Just amazing. You order everything from a touchpad on your table, and if you're not careful, you're going to order so much food you will waddle out of there. Number 3, I bet this is going to surprise you. Rudy Sea Grill on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Wait, how did that happen, right? I had Carnival at the bottom of my food ranking, but it's the 3rd best meal we've ever had at sea. Rudy Sea Grill was just an amazing dining experience. Just the service was great, the food was outstanding. I mean, there was 5 of us at the table. All 5 of us had outstanding meals. Rudy Sea Grill on the Carnival Mardi Gras, 3rd best meal we've had at sea. Number 2 is going to be a 3-way tie, and they're all on the Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. Gunbae is a wild and raucous Korean barbecue. I won the drinking game, and the food was amazing. Pink Agave is elevated Mexican, and they have over 150 mezcal and tequilas in the restaurant. And the Wake Steak and Seafood is just absolutely outstanding food with an amazing view looking out the wake. And I'll say an honorable mention to the Test Kitchen, which is one of the most unique dining experiences you'll have at sea. And the number 1 meal that we have had, possibly the best meal, not only at sea, but just the best meal we've ever had in our lives, Remy on the Disney Fantasy. I love this little guy, little chef. It was just an amazing experience. The food, the dining room, the service, everything about that meal just was absolute perfection. I have no idea what we paid for it. It was a lot of money to eat at Remy. Just an incredible dining experience available on the Disney Fantasy and the Disney Dream. If you're on one of those ships, I highly recommend you go check out Remy. And that is my Foodie's Guide to Managing Expectations on a Cruise Ship. Now, if there's things I haven't answered or you got more questions about food on the cruise ship, please drop them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to get you the answer. Now, if we're bringing you some value in your cruise research, consider subscribing to the channel. We also have a Patreon page if you'd like to support us creating future content. Thank you so much for your support. I hope that was helpful. Hey, look, if I'm hey, looky, hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. I just do that for my wife. She's sitting over there.